That's my people. Hope you're good. Like, subscribe. Now, guys, if you're watching this and you're an entrepreneur, you want to understand business, you want to understand mindset, please, guys, drop a subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Like I said, it's gonna be loads of content, authentic content with no edits. So if I fuck up, I fuck up, man. Do you know what I mean? When we're doing live streams, people watch the live stream. They watch the live streams. You get me? There's loads of channels that upload live streams, just raw content. So I want this to be raw content with no pop ups and saying subscribe. You're watching this and you think this is valuable for yourself, make sure you drop a subscribe button. Thank you. We're gonna get straight into this. We're gonna talk about Timpsons. Me working at Timpsons, me being an open Joe working at Timpsons. 2016, I think 2016, 2017. Went to Ford Open Prison. I had around 21 months left on my sentence. And obviously in Ford, it's like an open prison. So if no one knows what open prison is they let you out to work outside. They give you home leaves. They give you town visits, day releases, home leaves for 3 to 5 days. And it's about rehabilitation, and it changed my life. One of my friends from Southall, he was working at Timpsons, and Asian brother. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He said, "I'm working in the workshop. They give you training and then they give you a job." I was like, "What? What do you mean?" Like, you get me? A lot of people are doing outside work within their own companies, but they're like, "Oh, Timpsons. What is Timpsons? Key cutting, shoe repairs, iPhone engraving, a number of things, watch repairs." So, guys, if you're from the UK, you got Timpsons at every Tesco's or Sainsbury's. You see it, like them small little huts. There's loads of them. So anyway, boom, he threw me into like getting like a interview, and I got picked to start the academy in Timpsons. You get me? We had obviously I forgot the names. Obviously, you got Blackie. I think you got Richard. I think it's Richard. There's two of them. Sick teachers, man. They're proper. You get me? Proper. Good peoples. I remember waking up. We used to have a minibus. Obviously, a prisoner used to drive the minibus. We used to wake up from 6 in the morning and get to Timpsons. Obviously, it's like an hour and a half journey, all the way to Maidstone. So imagine um, from near Brighton, you get me, all the way to Kent. It was, yeah, hour and a half there and back. I remember we had to be in the prison for a certain time. So say 8:30 in the evening, we used to finish Timpsons around 3 or 4. We used to drive to Brighton sometimes for an hour and a half. Then we had 2, 3 hours to get food, meet everyone back, and then link up with gal, do whatever. You get me? Book hotels, whatever. You get me? Obviously, you have your little time, but working at Timpsons, they taught you a lot. Shoe repairs, level 1, level 2, level 3, like hills, like it's a skill to actually like put on them big machines and repair someone's shoes. They had loads of shoes to obviously practice from, because you don't want to be ruining someone's shoes. But you obviously it's usually the 30s plus people that go in there that want their shoes repairs. Even like your soles in it, they could be worn out, and you don't need to throw them away. You just need to just fix them. So they teach you that, and then they test you to do obviously engraving. They got a number of machines for setting up engraving. There's a lot of people that actually want engraving done on the machines, so they teach you to do that. Um, then the watch repairs, you get me? What sort of watches, how to repair, what to do so you don't ruin someone's watch, to test it to make sure it's working. Then obviously iPhone at the time there was you can change iPhone screens. You know what I mean? Screen protectors, iPhone screens. So obviously you're going in there. Obviously we know how to change the iPhone. What else? There was a number of other things. Keys. Oh my god! I forgot the main thing. Keys. Key repairs. Oh my god! They teach you how to cut keys, and there was a lot of keys, guys. So imagine identifying what key is what, and trust me, if you got the wrong key, your key is not fitting in the door. So they taught you how to cut keys. There's a lot of common keys that a lot of people used, and then there was like other keys that it was like harder to cut, that you had to use different machines. Um, so, and obviously over time you kind of understand. Once you master and you start learning, it's like you practicing your craft. It's like naturally you're just gonna know what key is what. Car keys, mobilizers, and things like that. Also, so there was, for being a prisoner inside, they taught you quite a lot of things. You know what I mean? Um, Belts, just putting the holes in belts, and obviously also dry cleaning. Obviously taking people's dry cleaning in, marking that up, making people collect their dry cleaning. So there was a number of things that obviously you had to go through tests for them to teach you, partial level 1, level 2, etc., etc. And obviously what we had, obviously Ford Open Prison, we had Stamford Hill Open Prison, and we had one of the girl prisons. So imagine you had the girls, you had the girls, decap prisoners. Some of them were lifers, some of them were in for whatever, and you had everyone just together, like. And obviously, that's just what it was. It was a good experience. I think that changed my life. Also, one of the main things, they taught you how to do sales. Sales. They taught you how to do sales, like upsell. They taught you to go in the shop when a customer comes in the shop and they want one key, and usually one key is £6. You get me? How you doing? How's your day been? Busy? Very, very rare. Yeah, there's one key for £6, but obviously I can give you 3 keys for 12, so you just get 1 key extra. I want 1 key. Oh, do you know what? I can give you 2 keys for £9. Oh yeah, go on then. Bear in mind, these keys cost pennies. These are why Timpson, their markup is crazy, and they're geniuses. James Timpson, I met James Timpson, and that was the son of the main man. Forgot his name, but James Timpson, yeah. The fact what he's doing for prisoners to reform them is crazy. Like, take my hat off. You know what I mean? That changed my life. And obviously working in the shop, upselling. At first, I remember joining a shop in Chichester, working at a Timpsons in Chichester, and working with someone called Aaron. Good people's man. He was a prisoner as well. But he came out for a long time, changed his life around. He worked at Timpsons for years, and he kind of taught me the game, how to upsell, do things. And obviously, when you're working in Chichester, there's not many black people, but I didn't feel there was no racism there. There's a lot of old people. There was other people that was there as well. But it taught me a lot, man. It taught me a lot, how to upsell and run the shop. As soon as I think maybe 2 months in, me working at Timpsons. 2 months in, me working at Timpsons, they gave me an opportunity. Another shop that was opening in Hookwood. That's near Gatwick, right next to Gatwick. And they made me a manager of the shop. So they threw me in the deep end. They made me a manager of the shop. Keys, open up, got to do the paperwork, end of week papers, Securico bots, Securico van coming each week. You have to put the money in the bots. Guys, I've been in prison for robbing a Securico bots twice, and they've given me this second chance. And I'm thinking, wow, look at this. Look at my life now. And this was a big step for me. Working at Timpsons changed my life. Getting that responsibility and chance. I was like, yeah, I'm never going to fuck this up. I'm not going to fuck this up. From here, I'm going to build from here. Spending 10 years in prison, I'm going to build from here. I'm never going to look back. You know what I mean? And it was baby steps. You know what I mean? Baby steps. Anyway, going into the shop, being my own manager, being at the shop, get me 6 times a week, 5 times a week, 6 times a week. By law, you had to spend 1 day inside the prison. And yeah, literally working at Timpsons, upselling. And then what happens with Timpsons is you get bonuses. So you get your basic and then you get bonuses. How well the shop does. You know what I mean? How well the shop does. And obviously each week you will see last year, this time the shop made, I don't know, £2,000 this week. So you're like, okay, cool. We need to smash this target. We need to get over this target. We need to hit over this target. We need to hit over this target. Do you know what I mean? So it gives you more drive to be like, we need to hit over this target. We'll get a bonus. This is why you're always upselling, or you're always taking on this, or you're offering people extra things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you're quoting people, and Timpsons always give you the power to kind of say any price. They got a base price, but they give you a power to say any price. Sometimes I was cutting keys and just giving them for free. That means you're retaining the client, you're retaining the sell, you're retaining the customer, and you know that they're always gonna come. And their local place is Sainsbury's or whatever it is. You know what I mean? That's the local place that they shop. So I remember when it comes to obviously dry cleaning, I always used to do deals because that's your weekly customers. You get me? And you want to make sure that the dry cleaning comes back. And if there's any one thing I learned, I'm from the roads, guys. I've been involved in loads of gang activity, whatnot. So dealing with customers, the customer's always right. Customer can come in and start shouting at you. And you just have to apologize and try to make it better, or try to, do you know what I mean? Like, because they'll go online and write bad reviews or good reviews. I started getting loads of good reviews. I don't reckon I got even a bad review, even when something went wrong. I remember getting thrown in the deep end, is like learning this thing, getting given a job and getting paid. One of the things that changed my life was actually getting paid, my people. I had to pay, I think, 40% of my earnings to victims. But I was still getting paid like 900 a month or whatever it was, 1,000 a month. Do you know what I mean? Earning an honest living. That's what taught me, like, okay, be patient, earn an honest living, and keep on going. Obviously, in that time of working at Timpsons, I want to work for myself, so I was actively opened up our business, events company. So we'll talk about the events company in the next video after this. But obviously, I had a lot of time, sit down. I was in the shop a lot. I didn't work with no one. A lot of my friends or family would come up and see me, bring me some food or whatnot. But yeah, I was there. I was posted every day, waking up, routine, getting in the routine, wake up earlier, drive down, jump in the gym, go to the gym, go to Timpsons. Routine. Everything is routine. Now, guys, if you're watching this and you got up to this, please drop a subscribe, please. It will mean a lot as I'm doing my challenge. 65 long form videos in a year, and yeah, man, get ready for it. So, and authentic videos. But yeah, anyway, being at Timpsons, I met for a long period of time. This taught me a lot, man. Taught my mindset. This is what kind of I started understanding business, and I looked into a lot of, like, I just couldn't believe that James Timpson and his family built such a crazy empire. They got something called Snappy Snaps. It's yellow. They got many businesses, and what they're doing with businesses, they buy out businesses, But you go to a Timpsons, there's nearly a Timpsons in every single place. They've probably got thousands of stores. And what the biggest respect that I have for them. Obviously, when I left Timpsons, obviously I got released from prison. I ended up obviously getting into obviously the music world, the events, the management, etc. But I remember COVID hit, and I'm not sure about any other company, but this is the only company that I've heard of that they paid staff full payment through COVID, like full payment, like furlough, whatever. No, like they got paid full payment, even if their shops wasn't open. And that is the respect. You get me? They're a billion pound company, but they paid staff full payment. They dealt with the loss, but like what a family. Like what a family. One day, man, God willing, James Timpsons or one of these people, they watch this or someone sees this, I would like to meet them, man, and just say thank you, man. They changed my life. They changed my life, man. They built me to the man that I am today in terms of business and understanding business. And yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my story about working at Timpsons, and what it done for me, the impact, and I will never forget it. So yeah, my people, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I see you on another video. Whoosh.